Sometimes I think the purest kind of love in the world doesn't speak any words at all. It just wags its tail, tilts its head, and looks at you like you're the best thing that ever happened. If you've ever loved a dog, you know exactly what I mean. There's that moment you walk through the door after a long, exhausting day, and before you can even drop your bag, there they are, jumping, spinning, smiling with their whole body. No judgment, no questions, just pure, glowing happiness that you're home. And in that moment, you feel something humans rarely give each other: unconditional love. That's what this little talk is about today. Why so many of us, deep down, feel like dogs understand us better than people ever could. And what psychology says about that beautiful bond between humans and their furry best friends. Let's start way back, like thousands of years ago. Before cities, before smartphones, before we had language the way we do now. There were humans and wolves. Somewhere out there, around a campfire, a few brave wolves decided humans weren't so scary. They realised that being near us meant warmth, food, safety. And some humans realised those wolves could help hunt, protect, and keep them company. And from that simple, quiet partnership, everything changed. Those wolves became dogs, and we became something softer too. We learned companionship. We learned empathy. It wasn't just them that evolved, we did too. Psychologists actually call this co-evolution. Dogs didn't just adapt to live with us, we adapted to love them. It's written in our biology now. The need for that connection. That's why, even after all these centuries, we still look into a dog's eyes and feel something ancient stir in us. A sense of home. Now, here's where it gets amazing. The science behind that feeling. When you look at your dog, and your dog looks back at you, something beautiful happens inside your brain. Both of you start releasing a hormone called oxytocin. It's the same chemical that flows between parents and their babies, or couples in love. That's why it feels so healing. That's why petting your dog after a stressful day can calm your heartbeat and slow your breathing. Your dog literally makes your body feel safe. You and your dog are in a love loop, a chemical dance that says, we belong together. That's the psychology of it, but honestly, it feels more like magic. Let's be real. People can be complicated. We overthink. We hold grudges. We say one thing and mean another. Sometimes relationships with humans feel like walking through a maze blindfolded. But dogs? They're simple, pure. They don't play games. They don't keep score. If you show up with love, they meet you there, every single time. And that's why we trust them so easily. When you sit next to a dog, you don't have to pretend. You can be quiet, messy, sad, goofy, and they still think you're incredible. That's what psychologists call unconditional positive regard. The feeling of being accepted just as you are. It's what every human secretly craves. And dogs give it freely, every day, without even trying. You ever find yourself talking to your dog like they're your therapist? Oh, buddy, you wouldn't believe the day I've had. And there they are, ears perked, eyes wide, tail softly wagging. They don't interrupt, they don't offer advice. They just listen. Psychologists have a term for this too, emotional attunement. It's when someone matches your emotions without you needing to explain. Dogs are masters of that. They don't understand every word, but they understand you. Your tone, your energy, your feelings. Sometimes you just need to be heard, and a dog can do that better than almost anyone. Every human needs one thing to feel whole: a safe space, a place or a presence where you can be yourself and know you'll still be loved. For a lot of us, that safe space has 4 legs and a heartbeat. Dogs don't care about your past. They don't mind if you made mistakes, or if your hair's a mess, or if you forgot to do the laundry again. They just care that you're there. When you sit with a dog, your nervous system literally relaxes. That's not just cute, it's biology. Their steady breathing and gentle presence tell your brain, you're safe here. That's powerful. That's therapy. In fur. Here's another amazing thing. Dogs actually feel what we feel. Studies have shown they can smell chemical changes in our bodies when we're stressed or sad. They notice our posture, tone, and expressions. They tune into us like emotional antennas. That's empathy. They don't try to fix you. They don't need to. They just stay close, sometimes pressing their head against your leg like, I know. I'm here. If only humans did that more often, right? Dogs teach us that empathy isn't about solving anything. It's about showing up. I really believe dogs mirror who we are, not in judgment but in reflection. If you're calm, your dog is calm. If you're anxious, they'll start pacing too. It's like they absorb our emotions, gently reminding us to breathe. Dogs live in the moment. No resentment, no overthinking, no worrying about tomorrow. When we're with them, we start to do the same. They pull us out of our phones, our thoughts, our endless to-do lists, and back into the now, back into what's real. Maybe that's their biggest gift. They remind us how to be human again. And then there's the laughter. Oh, dogs are hilarious. The way they chase their tails like they might actually catch it this time. The way they tilt their heads when you say, want to go for a walk? The zoomies, the sneezes, the dramatic sighs when you stop petting them for 2 seconds. That laughter, that lightness, it's healing. It releases dopamine in your brain, the feel-good chemical. That's why a few minutes with your dog can change your entire mood. They remind you that life doesn't always have to be so serious. So what do dogs teach us? That love doesn't need perfection. It just needs presence. That forgiveness can be instant. That happiness can be found in something as simple as a walk in the park or a sunny spot on the floor. They teach us to look up when we're sad, to wag our tails at life even when it's messy, and to greet every day and every person like they might be our new best friend. If people loved each other the way dogs love us, the world would be softer, kinder, easier to live in. You know what I think? Dogs are here to teach us how to love, so that one day we might love people the same way, with patience, with forgiveness, with joy that doesn't need a reason. So the next time your dog leans into you, remember, you're not just their person. You're part of a story that's been told for thousands of years. A story about trust, loyalty, and the kind of love that never gives up on you.